Hello everybody and welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a new drop just in time for the spring and summer. I believe I shared this with you quite a while back, but I wanted to really spotlight it. And it is the Hynt Beauty Sweet Eyeshadow Palette in Sweet Ballet. And it looks a little something like this. 3 beautiful shades, all of sort of in the purple lilac family. And as you guys know, purple is sort of my color of choice if I'm going to use it on the eyes. I know color can be very much intimidating, but purple really is easy to wear. So I'm going to share with you guys this sort of look that I have on right now. It's really simple and easy. And then I'm also going to share with you guys pros about the formula, prices, shades, you know the drill, but it's going to be short and sweet, but yet give you a nice in-depth to the line. And before I continue on, I know a lot of you are probably going to ask about the lip combo. This is the Lily Lolo Soft Nude Lip Liner, which I applied last actually, just for a very subtle amount of added definition. And then I have a mixture of Pink Belle, which launched with that Sweet Ballet palette, and the Bellini Nude. And I've swatched all the Aria lipsticks, so I will leave that in description box down below for you guys. But onto the palette really quick. The formula is exactly the same as their usual Perfetto pressed shadows. The Perfetto pressed shadows alone retail for $22 a piece. The trios here, which include 3, retail for $39, which works out to be about $13 a piece. So when you look at it like that, it's quite a bit of savings, and a lot of these are really, really wearable to ensure that we are getting our money's worth. And I love these sweet trios because it's sort of a basic 3-step eyeshadow technique. We have a lid, a crease, and an outer V. It doesn't get much easier than that. You can of course get more creative, mix and match your single Perfettos, mix and match your sweet palettes, but if you didn't have anything else, you could totally use this to create an entire eye look, and that is exactly what I did today. So let's quickly swatch the 3 eyeshadow shades that we are working with, and I can briefly talk about their texture, and then I will talk about how I applied them today, and then we're done. Really quick and easy. So the first one here is the only metallic in the bunch. Unfortunately, they are not individually named, so I will just be pointing to them as I talk about them. So that is this shade right here. It is the most beautiful sort of light, sheeny, eggplanty shade. Though it's a metallic, it's not like bright flash, but it's almost like a highlighter. It picks up on the light beautifully, so when you have it on your eyes, if you're in the sunlight, it picks up gorgeous. And this is definitely along the lines of like a taupe, has a little bit of pink and almost like a little bit of gray to it. It's super unique, and the texture of this is butter smooth. It is amazing, easy to apply, and unlike the Lily Lolo shadows I've been talking about recently, it doesn't build up on itself. It makes for a very smooth and even application. Really, really quite easy to use. Moving on to the center shade, this of course is the transition shade, so it's sort of just an in-between. This has a little bit more pink to it as well. It's not full-on purple as the last one. It has a little bit of gray to it as well, but it makes for the perfect amount of depth, gives you that sort of sunken in look that we want, because doing eyeshadow is sort of just a contour and highlight for the eyes, and that's why I love the sort of mixture of colors they have here. So that is our crease shade. Really, really beautiful sort of grayish purple. That's sort of the theme of this. Yet these are very neutral tones. Nothing is too cool toned, which I appreciate because I don't love that on myself. And the final shade here is my favorite and the standout of the palette because it's just such a unique, true purple. This cannot be any more true of a purple, and it has depth to it while not being like a very dark, smoldery purple, and I love that about it. Again, I think it makes it more wearable and also makes it more of a pop of color, which I think in turn makes it a more fun palette. And to quickly mention these 2 shades, the final 2, not the metallic, they do have a lot of kick up in the pan. If I was to take my brush to it, you'll see powder just starts to fly up. Not a ton of powder, not a deal breaker amount of powder, but if you like to do your foundation first like I do, all you have to do is dip it in, knock off the excess. And it's important to know why it doesn't have kick up in the pan. Conventional shadows tend to use something like talc, which binds the shadows together, can make them really tough, but talc is not a good ingredient. You guys know this unless it's EcoCert certified. You cannot be 100% sure of where it is being sourced. So those do a little bit of kick up, but just do your foundation last or give the brush a little kick and you will have no problem whatsoever. So let's move quite quickly through the little rundown of the look I did here, and then we are good to go. I really hope you guys like this video. So to start out the look, I actually took my Delium Tool 785. You guys know I like to sort of build up the crease first, do the lid shade last, that way any of my blending work is not making that shadow disappear. So I took my good old trusty faithful Delium Tool 785, dabbed it into the center shade there, tapped off the brush, and I took that right through my crease. And you guys know I sort of like to pull it out towards the tail of my brow. My eyes are slightly hooded, so sort of work with your eye shape. If your eyes are hooded, that's sort of a shape like this, you do want to pull it out so you can see it when your eyes are open, not just when your eyes are closed. So I went ahead and did a bit of that, and I also brought it quite low down here as well. Then to build it up a little bit, I went in with the Delium Tool 781, went in with that same shade, and I really just wanted to concentrate that depth there. I sort of wanted a smoked out look. It starts out light and gets really quite dramatic there. Not too dramatic, it's a really easy daytime look, but just a little bit more dramatic. I wanted to help heighten that last shade we're gonna go in with there. So Delium Tool 781 is always great for packing in a little bit of color just to that outer V. Moving on to that purple shade, and this is what really sort of makes me like, yes, this look is beautiful. I love it. This is the Delium Tool 777. This is a brush that's really great for laying down color, and that's sort of how I approached this last color I apply here. I tap it in completely flat on the brush, loading up the color, and then I lay it flat towards the lash and just flick it ever so slightly out into the crease. Really easy, but I want there to be a distinct amount of color. I didn't want it to blend away too much. I didn't want it to be too soft of an application. So once I went in with that, of course, I went back in with the transition shade, Delium Tool 785, and sort of messily blended that together. We do sort of want that definition there, so you don't need to go crazy, but just soften the edges a little bit. And then with whatever dark purple shade was left on that 777, went back into the transition and went right underneath the lashes. I did still want that true deepish purple shade to be down there as well. So I didn't clean off the brush. I just added a little bit of the transition shade and connected it right there to the end to sort of just bring the entire look together. You could skip that step. I just always have to have something on the lower lash line. I think it sort of brings the whole look together. And then to finish this look off, of course, that beautiful metallic shade to really break everything up, bring it to the next level. You guys know I really love the Delium Tool 740, which is just a reusable sponge applicator with a little bit of a longer handle, which makes it a little bit easier to apply in my opinion. And again, I really flatly dig it in there, and I just swipe it over the lid, and then of course go back in with the Delium Tool 785 to blur any harsh edge that might be separated right there. But that is it, you guys. That is my look. Those are the swatches. That is the rundown of the Hynt Beauty Sweet Ballet palette. I really hope you liked it. One of my favorite launches this year, actually, because I love me some purple eyeshadow. I love eyeshadow in general, but if this shade isn't speaking to you, they do have several different shades. I will link those down below as well. And if you'd like me to feature them in a video, let me know, because I can do that too, and I think it would be really helpful for you guys. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Please don't forget to check us out on social media. That is down there in the description box, as well as all product links and everything that you need to know. I'm trying to be better about including the makeup I'm wearing as well. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I upload new videos here every single Monday and Friday, and I would love for you guys to get notified when I do so you don't miss them. But that is it. Thank you guys again, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.